Okay, next I'm going to show you how to feed the laminate into the rollers, and this is going to be similar no matter what feed method you use. We're going to show several different methods in this video. We're going to show how to feed off of a roll. We're going to show how to feed by hand. You'll always load the laminate the same way in all of the videos. So we're just going to show this once, and then we'll continue on from there on the other videos. So you start out by feeding a little bit of material off of your supply roll. You're going to put the material behind the silver idler bar here, and you're going to pull down enough material to where it reaches the front of the feed tray. Then we're going to fold back this material and make a crease in it, and fold it back about 3 inches all the way across the width. And this is just going to make it easier for us to get our release liner and everything started. That needs to be creased. Okay. You're also going to need something called a threading board. This one here is just made from the side of a film box. It's important that this threading board is wider than the laminate that you're going to be using to prevent the laminate from sticking to the machine. So we've got 54-inch laminate on here, we've got a 55-inch threading board, and as I say, this is nothing fancy. This is cut down from the side of a film box. So every film box comes with 4. At this point, you're going to want to raise the main roller to a point where the threading board will fit underneath. So you can check that here. Make sure that that will pass through. Okay, now we want to peel back the release liner on the laminate. And we just want to peel it back to the point where we creased it earlier. Once you got that folded back, you can lay your threading board onto the film, and you want to make sure that you have the film, or that you have the board overlapping the film on both ends. Okay, now we're going to push the threading board into the nip. The nip is what we call the area where the rollers come together. We're going to push that in far enough that we can pull back a little bit more release liner. Then we want to put the pressure to the roll. So this will come down to a point where it comes in contact with the threading board. You'll usually feel it stop. Okay, now I'm going to show you a little trick on how to attach the release liner to the rewind tube. You're going to want to take a piece of masking tape, and I like to use 1 inch, but if you don't have 1 inch, you can use 2 inch. You're going to take a piece about 6 inches long. You're going to hold it about a 1/2 inch apart and twist the tape. This makes a little piece that looks like a bow tie, that's what we call it, and that'll help you when you go to attach the release liner to the rewind tube. I'm just going to stick it right here so it's ready for me. Okay, now we want to attach the release liner to the rewinder so that we don't have to pull it by hand. It's going to come behind the connecting rod and up to the rewind tube. We're going to use this bow tie piece that we created earlier. We're going to tape to the back side of the release liner. The front side is wax paper, so you won't be able to tape to it. And then you can tape that to the rewind tube. If you feel more comfortable, you can use more than 1 piece of tape, but if you have to reuse the tube, it will come off easier if you just use the 1 piece. Now we need to adjust the brakes, and you just want to turn these brakes to the point where you feel light resistance. That's a good starting point. So now we're going to turn the machine on in the back. I'm going to set the speed to about 2. Make sure the machine is on forward and foot, and then we're going to use the foot pedal to begin to feed this board through the machine. You need to stop before the board goes all the way through.